Hey, did you guys know it was Cody's birthday? And yes, it took a whole reptile show to do it, but we found someone at the station older than he is. Scalier too, if you can believe it. Just kidding, Cody. Love you. This is Flip. He is about 70 years old. One of the reptiles you can meet this weekend at Cal Expo at this 25th annual Sacramento Reptile Show. We've also got Bluey and Spike again. Christian, we met Spike in the last hour, but for those who may have missed it, this is an American alligator. He's about 40 years old.
Yeah, about 40 years old, about 6 feet, or that's what we tell each other to make ourselves feel better. About 115 pounds. So yeah, he's a big boy. Obviously, he grows every year. He's growing about an inch a year at the moment, and moving on. So absolutely love working with him.
And he's a good boy. Now, you showed me something very cool. Can you show us about his eyelids?
Oh yeah, of course. So these guys actually have like about 3 sets of eyelids, as you can see. There's that thicker one that's going to open up, and there's that clear one that goes right by there. So the thick one's going to protect from like branches, things like that, anything big when he's going through. That lighter clear one is going to cover like a windshield wiper kind of on a car, and that's going to basically wipe out all that dirt, debris, so it's like little goggles when he's snorkeling around out there looking for his food.
Nature, pretty neat. Now let's talk about Bluey. I know that John will get this reference. Mom, tell me a little bit about Bluey.
So Bluey's a blue-tongued skink, Australian native. He's an omnivore, a little bit of veggie, a little bit of meat. Smaller, he's full-grown. He's about 3 years old. But Bluey is called Bluey because if we can get him to do it for you,
there it is.
The nice bright blue tongue.
Oh.
Can I hold him?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's almost like
so we talked about, at the reptile show. Exactly. At the reptile show, you'll have animals like Spike. We met Noah the boa earlier. Maybe not great pets, but there are animals that you can bring home, ones that are appropriate pets. Is Bluey one of those?
Bluey's a little bit more, they're awesome, but a little more advanced care.
Okay.
So it would be my first choice for somebody who hasn't owned a lizard before. Great animals, easy to care for if you spend the money on the setup and get the education done first.
Okay.
But there are better first choices, but Bluey's a great animal to own, maybe after a little bit more experience.
Good to know, and that's something that you can find out at the reptile show. And just really quickly, tell me a little bit about Flip here.
Flip is 70. We addressed that. He's a California desert tortoise. Are they endangered still?
So there's actually kind of more of them in captivity than there is out in the wild. Part of the reason why is that, people come up, they think they look like awesome pets, and they kind of pick them up out of the wild. So Flip here was actually somebody who was picked up out of the wild, taken in, and then they get kind of grandfathered in because, they don't know how to survive back out in the wild, so they have to be taken care of. That's happened to Flip, except like Flip's 70 years old, so he actually outlived his last owner, which is why we have him now, and he's been traveling around the country doing some awesome shows and getting after the people. Yeah.
Well, gosh, I have so enjoyed meeting these new friends of mine this morning. Thanks so much for stopping by. And again, the Sacramento Reptile Show this weekend at Cal Expo. Come meet my new friends. Pet an alligator, hold a boa, and just learn an appreciation of all these neat animals.
And I was at his pet store the other day down in Elk Grove. That man knows more about animals than anybody I think I've ever met. Yeah, he's amazing.
Molly, this episode of Bluey is called Reptiles. Thank you, Molly.
Thanks, Molly.